Hey everybody, I'm Rochelle from Cat's Paw Farm, and you're going to get to watch me make a batch of soap. I've already got my oils in here. Oh, and my friend Annie is my videographer for today, and we have her adorable son Quentin with us too, so if you hear any cute little coos and stuff in the background, that's what's going on. Alright, so I've already prepped my oils, and I have my lye here ready to add to it. We're going to do that carefully. You notice I'm wearing safety equipment.
What's the white stuff?
The white stuff that's coming up here, this is the oils and the lye that are starting to saponificate together. And this is what we want to do, is to blend it gently until it is completely one color, but without over blending, because it's really easy to take it to what's called trace, and that's when you can move your wand back and forth and you see that soap trail laying on top of the soap, and at that point it's going to move really fast. So we just want it to get mixed together pre-trace.
How often do you do this?
During the months of January and February, I make about 70 to 80 loaves of soap.
Wow.
And then sometimes in August, I have to restock them too.
How long have you been doing it?
Since I was about 10.
Wow.
Right?
Experienced then.
Alright, so these are my colorants. I have about 140 different colors, which is this big wall of jars that's here in front of me.
Wow.
And these are all mica colors. They are stone powders, stone and pigment powders.
Pretty.
I love making up the little pots of color. It's one of my favorite things about soaping. This and swirling it all together. And then my next favorite thing is cutting it, which will be done tomorrow night, and finding out what the soap looks like. Because soap is kind of a symbiosis relationship. I have an idea what I want it to do, but it's ultimately up to the soap as to what it wants to do.
So is it like always different?
It is.
Yeah.
So this is going to be kind of a pearly champagne color here. Once the soap cures, it takes a minimum of 30 days for soap to cure. So after it's cut, it will disappear into the curing rack, and I'll ignore it for a month. And here's, we're working with a hot pink.
I love it.
And a coral color.
What do you make the colors out of?
All this.
Just. Well, you make those too, though, right?
No, I got these.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I have some wonderful suppliers that I work with. There's several different companies there. Cool. And I haven't decided what I'm going to call this one yet. So I'll have to think on that.
Ooh, I like the purples.
gonna move all of this over to the table where I've got the mold waiting. It's kind of dark over here because there's no light in this room, but I think my camera will make up for it.
Yeah, you can't tell on the camera at all.
Good. I took a picture outside at night the other night when it was snowing, and you couldn't even tell that it was like 1:30 in the morning. It was crazy.
Oh, wow.
And you can come over here if you want to see more how I'm pouring this.
How come you have it tilted?
I have it tilted because I want to pour in this little groove that it's making.
Oh, okay.
And then what I'm going to do is layer the colors together. And it's going to look really messy. And then I'm going to clean it up. And then we're going to swirl it. And when it's cut, it'll look really cool.
Mm.
Excuse you.
He
I
likes
love it.
too.
He's our soundtrack. You gonna help Auntie Rochelle make soap when you grow up? Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Probably. He probably will. Oh, you can't have the camera.
I know this part's kind of boring, but we're almost done with it. And then we can get on to some fun swirly stuff.
Well, I was gonna say or ask, so as you're layering, what is it doing
On the inside,
beneath? Yeah.
it's layering it more underneath than what you're seeing here on top.
Right. So it's just dropping down exactly how you put it in.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Does that have to do with the texture of it?
It does, and it's getting thicker too. Remember how thin it was when we started off?
Mm.
And once it starts accelerating, it'll go really fast. So now what we're going to do is try to lay this over the top. I'm going to do it carefully so that it doesn't disturb the layers that are already there.
Oh, gotcha. So you do it with the spatula instead of pouring it on.
Right, because if I was to pour it, then we would end up with what's called an in the mold swirl, which is what I do with some of the soaps, but not this one.
Huh.
We've got enough there.
So you want the color completely covered?
As much as possible.
Yeah.
All right, so if anybody has mechanics or gearheads in their house, you'll recognize this as gear tie, and it makes a wonderful soap swirling tool.
Oh, I thought you were picking up the basket with it. I don't know why I thought that.
All right, and we won't be able to see what I just did until tomorrow night when I cut it.
Well, I was just gonna say, so you didn't swirl it all the way, like you didn't bring it out when you swirled. You did it beneath the surface.
I did it beneath the surface
Okay.
so that all the swirls stay in there, kind of like butterfly wings. So now we're going to make a pretty top. And see how you can see this is just laying on top, and I had talked about trace before, and that's what we're finally reaching here is the soap's trace, and that's when it leaves just a little trace along the top, and it's not sinking down onto it anymore.
You're so sweet.
He's being so good.
Yeah. He's just singing. He's singing.
All right, I'm gonna come over here. Do you wanna come over here? And
Oh,
point down on top of this, and we're going to make a decorative top.
the light's getting kind of dark.
Right. So we're just going to swirl back and forth through here.
Pretty. I wondered how you did that.
Just like that.
Oh,
Nice. All right. Thank you for joining me. Then thanks for helping me make a loaf of soap. And we'll see you next time. Bye.